Jadonang anu tuang zati tuang zeliang rong mai tuang kapi suna anu zeliang rong mai ta anu ta sengdil nau na mai freedom fighter suna hello mai sai sadai tikum rexkum na thum the ko mai tuang kamung dai mai tuang pangpar bukan kau resource person slowo na anu tuang Honorable Hill Area Committee Chairman Sri Jadonang IAS retired. Na kansalaw po ta gan tilog mani lagi mai tu te. Uma sai tuang himpi Sri Awangbo Nyumai Honorable Minister Kamei of Manipur Sai tuang Bampi Srauna Function President Ani tuang Sangkwang Sampau Bamai Sri Jadonang Mai IAS retired. Honorable MLA of Tamenglong AC Sri Zangyamong Palmai Kani Ani tuang yellow tuang officers of Gumba Megwai Kani ani tuang sakwang sampau sumai anu tuang zeliang ruang tuang CSO tuang leader nungwai ani tuang kazan individual suna pampam suna ani tuang sakwang sumela bang dikai RNPO or an INCM by Women Society tuang ani kau bamba mai Why leader nung why kau Tamenglong nung kandi kau leader kapi dagas kau mai why tadi sepon sempau sumai salau dia kau ganggu mai why ani tuang sai tahu lu solo mai lu tuang zeliang long mai tuang artist ini tuang sempau dalam bang ini kau salau dia ganggu mai ketui special invitees ani tuang kau ganggu mai why dahคนคุยอันนี้ไม่ต้องเรียนเราเนี้ยผมอาศัยความรักความให้อันนี้93 date anniversary ไม่ต้องเขาต้องอัมบอลเปเปอร์สับการ์ดไม่รักความเขาให้โอปิกที่เขาจัดวันนั้น social religious reformer and a freedom fighter ไม่รักความเขาkalau ni tong teh oma kagan nai tong paper hai itu mai board papal ake samla puna ke sadai gande ma english gan ka chalo de bigai mai kan de bogo sa to ro mina ka jeriang lo mina ka san tala ti sa tu khai mage mai de ni la ro to sa to la thai anu research based papers on la literally 100 sakai so ko mai ni kan pan sak mai lai la Listening of that. It is an honor and privilege to stand here in this August gathering and present a humble paper entitled Jadonang, a social religious reformer and a freedom fighter, on an occasion here, auspicious occasion, the dedication of Haipou Jadonang on the occasion of 93rd death anniversary, 29 August 2024, Tamenglong headquarter. Kuma atong paper ko ay focus romen Jadonang nung social religious reform leader kate may tang or na kumay anu tuang ningkas no tuang pakam wangdi Makam marina wang complain to my idea that other perna. My tung idea had British make one first one. British make one rule that British make one reign that my tung idea in a class my tung idea against British no le la. Jadonang tung idea the Jadonang tung revolutionary so my tung idea that tapum mitai. Nam thak kai kudo mitai. Kamai mitai. Sideline suko to may tong abang de na details na how de labam dai akum dina atuang Zati Mikang, leader Kasu, Ninka Sukang, Makam, Wongi, Noko, Samdan, my stroke, my guy, upon Tankai Gabo, my Lagam, may I one side. British the policies, the don't know idea to the counters, undermines Sukang, my day. Policy, the NATO, British policies of one go. British may be now, Wagon go. Kandi ho, British my phone, Nam, Wongi high, night, Kairo, that McKay, me banga, Lugong. Northeast India go, Kapun Gako, a new Jadonang Meka, Ninka Suniday, my phone, a pose at one long gone, revolutionary one, legendary one, political vision that British may have put an so. Nim began cow, my Bubon cave, so my room that room than a Patahan with January go, February 19 with that. Lucky fool, or take my to Nim, Nim Nana, my trainer, or my British may Saswan, Waken Kay, to go to Tumukau and Sabza, Ani, Kamei Ra, taken claims with the British, my tongue, allegation, to unrest Kamei British may cow, the Jadonang and how would don't take my report that my name don't name began cow, the Jadonang in the buoy. I ain't no name board, Banga. My gun, the Bengal Regulation 3, 1818, Section 1 to 8. My bang red name don't take. One of them, the name my Samlapna, paper don't hear that Sunda. Ma new how new Zati Jadonang was some guy, British, Naga, Luga British, contact my high. Anu Jadonang may take. History goes out before. Anu Manipur on Treaty of Yandabo. My tongue doesn't that. Anu Tong Assam. I a home as the British men would become a new winner. Away, I am Zatosada, Sizaza, the Sarkandigo, and Unapamundo. Now, British men first thing for Naga area dominated to the Haipou, Anurena administration set up so young little a new Jadonang Kandigo take my bum that new retirement, Asst to my bum 1835. My tongue bring up British Kit Nakom, Nagland Jatu Saito, Samokudi, Tao Samokudima, headquarters with it, the Kumana Tao, Hey, Uiva, 1879, 1880, the district headquarters. I trained Nagame by Zafato Sato, a new Jadonang Mekai, British made the earliest contact, my Lapam with that. British may I. Anu tuang Manipur jatuh pada orang Manipur I Treaty of Yandabo tanto British mengai political agent mereka itu British resident kadang tahu anu buat hai Manipur 1883 tanto Manipur hai British ni tuang tak ni Guangdi itu sebenarnya itu British ni tuang influence British ni British resident British Nikon interest protects the government with the directive guide to so one of the administration done. But Tangdabo to then go a new way called British Messaswans Bongo early part of the 20th century. My tongue Takuma century to that. A new Jadonang my tongue, a new it has history to go. First half of the 20th century was an important landmark. During this period, first half of the Haipou Jadonang launched this social-religious reform movement to emancipate his people from the colonial and establish what we call Makam Wongi, or what J.C. Higgins for the first time coined Naga Raj in his report to the Chief Secretary of Assam, Province Medan Butai. Mr. agreed my address of Nagaras since how Tungtay. I come up importance of my Kamung event historical for analyze the British relation of Zabang Kanko, Ani Guai, Bam Guai, British Marina Saswans or Thai, the Bongini influence, Taiwan, there's a British the Saswans Uganda, Tanutong, larger world colonial economic exploitation agenda for Zaogang Tango. British Metong Saswan Bango, Bambutong to British Metong iron, a new bang. Tali Umai, a new go, Maitong iron, the no censure Umai, Otango, a new way to Panutong Saswan's Rudo, Panu Whitong Saswan, the effects of Hangra. Economic exploitation, habitat, my gun Kotai, a new way. Zillion Mai Kandi Kawai, sing how. House tax maya tikum kau annually $3 mai da sian kuk negan mato haida anubang to burden dai mekade mai lupa ka thom tan de kuk budong de hai kum began go tai British metong administration dan go tai out of state darbar hai Manipur 20th century gangda to British met Manipur State Darbar ko that sing tong hill area ko British metong political agency ko bante kum na kanu tong saswan ko bangga laute mai gang ta house tax a lu to burden dan kate haina tram na administrative structure ko sing tong administration to lam subida metang lambu metang road mohori mai tang ida pion eno na British metong government ko service na anu sing kau sabdane hill area to kanur maidai te man gan ta kanur na tao anu re kahau magriang mai tao ta te pothang dekhari kan to force never mai gan ko tao seng dui nai bang tra na seng dui khang dai maintain su bang dai tao tungsin no road ba mai ko wa how high anu goi ai force never ti ta na te kate kaman thi ma ke ai ta dai Pothang Dekari, time enough. I tang dari die. British, my officer boy, sing, two tapakao, Sandri Kara, Kanu Kong, they Gulai, or the Punga, Kanu, Tamu, Hantai, hospitality, and that out the low pound, that Sandri, the cow, Unigan, that Kanu, Godai, Pothang, Sankai, to many ganda there. I come make one, neither may. It is against this background that Haipou Jadonang, after his socio-religious reform movement began to inculcate his ideas about makam mai tongdi ramte kuma mai tong economic aspect of background anu relates to the nai sam to Jadonang people this how magrang mete this stated the house tax despite the forced labor and monetary subscription. I don't go background on that. Maganta I class, however, that cookie with how keep a vegan with that. However, until the cookie rising of 1917 to 1919, my gun got a British with Saswanai direct administration in the hills of Manipur in its aftermath of the cookie rebellion. Now, Tamenglongs were placed themselves as independent entities, yet the hills inhabited by Tamenglong witnessed threat from Losai raid from the south, Angami raid from the north. The interscene warfare among the Kukichin tribe followed such raid from the south led to the migrations of substantial number of Kuki population in the southern mountains of Manipur into the territory of the Jadonang Nagas. This naturally disturbed the demographic profile in the Jadonang country. Many Kukis who were armed with them, that they are better armed, being used and employed by the British and Manipur administration, locating in the line of these villages and act as a buffer against the raid of the Jadonang, Gusai or Bukis and not the Angamis. So as a result of this policy, many Kuki villages came to be mixed with the Jadonang settlement. This particularly so in Langting areas or range where a Kuki colony was planted by the British in the 1850s, acting as a buffer. So consequence, British policy aning tuang area ko aning tuang Jadonang my country area ko hai British my tuang saswangang boto Kuki me tuang how keep hearing something Kuki rebellion or Kuki uprising my tongue Tamenglong Tamenglong Jadonang my kaidai hai of the British me tuang SDO office run but the direct administration Umegan Gotai Jadonang Rina Megan Gotai British government direct rule implements Wang Gotai against that Megan Christianity name back Christian convert in Nigeria. Increasing presence of Christian missionaries activities was also felt. Both challenge their freedom and independent existence in the kingdom, thus for which they want to tide over. So the ongoing by 1920s India freedom movement Mahatma Gandhi leadership bangawai mass-based movement my tuang ni connection na historical report called British administrative report called Tamenglong tong SDO SJ tungkan lena report comes to kung hilawe Jadonang kamay tong social religious reform movement tong bubon keto ra grunta atau kasar kadaya kung tapat to Indian National Congress tong power kaya tong influence Jadonang is inflicted or infected by the Indian National Congress may that may quotation there kung na hilawe ma Jadonang movement na Jadonang pangkaw kung sa priyatong reforms na kantan bitang kuan may tong circumstances background and kind of photo may tong background is briefly highlights from there and 1928 the British may tong administration by Assam Rifle Outpost and Subdivision Office Tamenglong ko maigaw tong batina okay my gun with the British administrative basic paraphernalia Tamenglong Assam by the low back of Chenbui would guide tong to tax kagang marina raw to land sa how to Kuki rebellion to loy tong tina SDO office kadi armed police station law nita withdraws in 1930 so this in fact provided opportunity for Haipou Jadonang to mobilize the mass and started the movement more elegantly and very soon it came to the surface by 1931. I did Jadonang tong movement I knew by Haipou I did highlights from it. Since the inception of the Jadonang movement, as we know today, assumed a political character, galvanized and encapsulated within the social religious movement. Jadonang started the movement, idealized it by informing the people that the British Raj would come to an end and the Kamei Raj or Naga Raj was to be established in its place. Now this idea itself is a revolutionary for an individual, not educated, but he has a very visionary political ideas of Haipou Jadonang, which challenge the British authority. So the objective of this Naga Raj of the Jadonang movement that the kingdom is coming to the faithful under rather than to be attained by war or otherwise, is the avatar. Hence, his prescribed method to attain the Raj, to remain faithful to the god of Bhuvan hills, continuously offering him sacrifices, ceremonies, prayers, singing, dancing accompanied by drums and music. Thus, we see an amalgam of political objects, that is Nagaraj, Makam Gondi, through social-religious movement. Later, of course, it evolves later into what we know today as Heraka movement. So it was a movement, what we call Makam Gondi, a kingdom where not only the god of Bhuvan Hill would be worshipped with fanciful colors, but also a kingdom that was what, according to Ursula Bauer, who has written a monograph, The Naga Path, she has said that this idea of Makam Gondi, a Naga heaven, where the faithful were to spend everything in one stupendous fields, live in plenty, ever after the God's miraculous bounty, where cash and converts come rolling in, where there will be no worries about labor and cultivation, but paddy falls on the mat like raindrops, and where death would come back to life. It was a kingdom over which Nagas themselves will rule and under their subjugation from all oppressors. This would make restorations of the Naga golden age, and what in a social anthropology movement we have millenarium movement, where hopes of every Nagas has India traditions. So now we have seen how, as a tangible legal instrument, where the British were looking upon to an idea which undermined and challenged their authority, where what Haipou Jadonang calls it kingdom shows a lot of excitement among the people and the British authority. Got nervous and invoked law and order problem to suppress the movement. Anil Jadonang political vision Jadonang itum sabo Kamei nung kang tai. Jadonang told his people, the Mathew have their kings, Indians have their rulers. Why should we not have their rulers? They have their own king. The white men, we are all human beings. Why should we be afraid of them? All men are equal. We are blessed people. Our days have come. Our powerful weapons are kept hidden by God in the river, Lake Zailat, Barat. We shall pray and worship God. With His grace, we shall become the ruler. That is a revolutionary idea. Political ideas, nature of the movement. The Spanish philosopher once said, we need to remember the past. Those who forget the past are doomed to condemned to repeat itself. Idea vision idea follows and linked outside the new way. My present content out of the new way. leader, young, dynamic leader. By deputies, my function presidents, my chief host. I knew why. From the 12 bubble, and you by some guy, young, come aside to my thing, Nikolai, anyway, Jadonang, Pari, Kaina, Omaina, Talo, what guy, and you from Sign died on my tongue. Idea, no die, and you might footstep died, and you follows one to the Nae, my die. I shares only put on that. Come on, you high one with that. Exact day to time again, anyway, accept that. 1905 Kumiron, I long with her. When I could Zanta, a 2 die Malam, Jalina. Too long view, die my line with them. Kamei Hai, Kaisana Tom, Mudunang, and Tinina. The Maiton, the Laurian maker. I Kuma, the Kum, I. Anthropologist Usala Brower shares of the neurons of Jadonang my new way of Chantan Naga not looking the Tikun Ra the Kasu my dream of the monk that my how do my how extraordinary talent Naiva make out of how to my ritual, to my gala, guide my reforms from the Nae, Anamiton, Badam, Bizarro. He is best known for what, a dream divination. I made up on it's an insult to my authority in the Jadonang Constitution. Second, to my anecdote, Hadinata, or Jadonang, my Kasa to link to Congress from influence idea nae the eyeglass having that my tongue that bomb began collaborate so may nae 1926 27 January my Indian National Congress All India Congress Committee Guwahati the annual session my gun but Mahatma Gandhi tour program play this happening. I pause the wrong Pairani Rena. Kasar Kandi Gangani to Kina, Kumito Anu Mahatma Gandhi to welcome Suna, Lud and like ready Suna, Masai Kai, two Makenda, Pituna, and Tandalo to give Mahatma Gandhi, my Gang Makisai, program cancelled. Oh, Hilomina. I do not Jadonang Tuang idea. I don't Naga movement out of Naga movement Bangladai, Anugong, political consciousness down there, Taiwan with it. Naga Club 1918 reforms. I got 1919 Government of India Act. My own Act that reforms that on the British like Parliament and Statutory Commission. By the Constitution law began by Simon Commission. By the India and Hikun Tanana Constitution Father Progress the Buinai Board and Naga Hills Nigante Gang to Naga Club my gun Sala Nanu to be Kahabo. Anu Guayram cuts and Kahab again. British Mineral Day Anu Guayda subjugates from my Nanu Sasson Bangaloma. Nang new Tadakantito, I mean the Pungalo, give us into what we are. And Salome, at the political consciousness, my gun, I pause a gun on Katong, social religious reform, academy, or in a political ideas, progress guy, with the peak of his movement. I couldn't make gun to tie out class, Hakuna, was wrong, many Gang nae, Kai mi nae, Bang mi nae, British mi nae. Kuma anu ni mansai di so, anu ni mansai de. Kung ito anu tong Wangdi, anu tong saswan nae de, bigang ko. May gan ko ay military preparation sab data. Kuma Jadonang also organizes followers into region. Separately for boys and girls, we have seen how they were trained in the art of culture. And including military one. Girls were trained by Rani Gaidinu. Their training included singing, dancing, counting peoples by secrecy, calling all this usual, unusual public religious gathering at Tamenglong and the content. Akong began tay British Jadonang na ini kong saswan tay sa lain sukang prepare sukang tay kala Tamenglong na may gang tay declare sukang tay kami nagpam natin kuma Jadonang ay 1931 mo to may pinungan mo to British betan sa lain sukang tanda ni tay kami bigyan like ng tanda ng gang mo tay But come is out to talk about Pandiga, no Thailand, there's a donor and Tikum Sukuna de Roman. My good time, 1931 January, the last pilgrimage who won Dept. That began with that. British my administrative report from Naga Hills or in Akasar or in Manipur. Then began how I don't report the Kum Hirawe. It is said that Jadonang has for all Kabuis not to pay any more revenue or tax. He would be accepting that revenue. 1931-32 tong revenue that British become either it ho aniu kami kakadang going there. It's a direct confrontation to the British. British become tax into anong tax where British they bang British itong saswan bango ban na tax ibang do there. That's one number. So he has God in his house always, he raised a group of devoted followers who ride on a body always, wear kupi, long trousers, and it is said that he told all the Kabuis that as soon as his heart were taken away from his, there will be war between him and the Sarkar and British. So in 1928, put him to jail in Tamenglong for telling the people that the British Raj would come to an end and Kamei Raj would be established. By that, in 1928 of Jadonang, British wanted against the Saudis and Jadonang SDO, SJ Dugan le Gao nang British betong saswan ngan bikin saijo. Oma nang tokum satwa nang may kum sa anu the challenge tongke nang anu sa me view bage nang tong idea anu hasin lan to na zelaw mita zene thum thunaw che kumda kan zelaw the katong follower ang Jadonang ka zelaw the ba ba zene thum nai pat ka da tong as British authorities a new leader that Maran Makuna but the ticket from my wrong Sungamake from idea the Lana Jadonang as a leader like my leadership like my idea about my consulate British my report had a Jadonang send words to the Kabuis Thailand birth centenary. It was celebrated at a national level, not less than that of the Honorable Prime Minister. The tribal freedom fighter, any movement who stood against the British, unsung heroes from Prosecco, national archive or patriotic, visionary freedom fighters. And as I've said, we have our young dynamic leaders, and we expect our chief guest of today's auspicious occasion, as well as function president and the chief host, would lead the Jadonang people to a greater height to fulfill the dreams of Haipou Jadonang. Thank you for the patient care. And I'm extremely grateful to our function president, Sri Kamei, Honorable Hill Area Committee and MLA of Mumbai Assembly Constituency for giving me this privilege to address this August gathering with this few words, and I'm really grateful to you. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.